Good morning, children. Welcome back to chemistry class. In the previous class, we discussed the various definitions of equivalent weights. We discussed three definitions, that is, equivalent weight in terms of mass is expressed by comparing with a definite mass of the elements oxygen, hydrogen and chlorine, or definite volumes of oxygen, hydrogen and chlorine, or in terms of definite number of electrons, that is 1 mole of electrons. We discussed that equivalent weight in three types, or in three different ways. Equivalent weight is equal to equivalent weight is equal to number of grams of substance, number of grams of substance combined with 1 gram of combine or replace 1 gram of hydrogen or 35.5 grams of chlorine or 8 grams of oxygen. 8 grams of oxygen. Equivalent weight is equal to number of grams of substance combined with or replace 1 gram of hydrogen or 35.5 grams of chlorine or 8 grams of oxygen in a chemical reaction. Or equivalent weight is equal to number of grams of, as it is weight, it should be expressed in grams only. Number of grams of substance that combines or replaces 11.2 liters of hydrogen or 11.2 liters of chlorine or 5.6 liters of oxygen at STP. This is another way of expressing equivalent weight. Third method is equivalent weight is equal to, that is, equivalent weight of substance is equal to number of grams of substance that gains or loses, Avogadro's number of electrons, that is 1 mole of electrons. That is 1 mole of electrons. This is a modern way of defining the equivalent weight. We discussed all these by comparing with the number of grams of hydrogen, chlorine and oxygen, or weight of substance obtained by comparing with liters of 11.2 liters of hydrogen or 11.2 liters of chlorine or 5.6 liters of oxygen, or the amount of substance that combines or replaces, that gains or loses Avogadro's number of electrons, that is 1 mole of electrons. Okay? The equivalent weight expressed in grams is called gram equivalent weight. The equivalent weight expressed in grams is called gram equivalent weight. Gram equivalent weight is the equivalent weight expressed in grams. This is just like a gram molecular weight. The molecular weight expressed in grams is called gram molecular weight. The molecular weight of carbon dioxide is 44. The gram molecular weight of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. In the same way, the equivalent weight of hydrogen is 1. The equivalent of oxygen is 8. Equivalent weight of chlorine is 35.5. The equivalent weight of sodium is 23. Equivalent weight of magnesium is 12, and so on. The corresponding gram equivalent weights of these elements are 1 gram, 8 grams, 35.5 grams, 23 grams, and 12 grams. So if grams are added beside the number that shows the equivalent weight, we get the gram equivalent weight. Okay? Gram equivalent weight of substance replaces or gains or combines Avogadro's number of electrons. Avogadro's number of electrons. Or gram equivalent weight of substance can combine with 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine or 23 grams of sodium or 12 grams of magnesium, and so on. Okay? Next one is the number of gram equivalents. This is just like number of moles. You know that number of moles is equal to weight of substance in grams. What is substance here? An element or compound. Weight of substance in gram by gram molecular weight of substance. This represents the number of moles. Number of moles. In the same way, number of equivalents. Number of equivalents is equal to weight of substance in grams by gram equivalent weight of substance. Gram equivalent weight of substance. For example, "12 grams of hydrogen is equal to 12 grams of hydrogen is equal to 12 grams by gram molecular weight of hydrogen is 2 grams, that is equal to 6 moles. 12 grams of hydrogen is equal to 6 moles. 12 grams of hydrogen is equal to 12 grams by equivalent weight of hydrogen is equal to 1 gram, that is 12 equivalents. 12 equivalents. 6 moles, 12 equivalents. Okay. Next, another example. Don't get confused. We will get the clarity in this class. Suppose number of moles in 46 grams of sodium is equal to number of moles in 46 grams of sodium is equal to weight of sodium in grams by gram atomic weight of sodium. Sodium is an element. It has no molecules, because of that we consider gram atomic weight. Gram atomic weight of sodium, that is 46 grams by 23 grams, that is 2 moles. How many moles are there in 46 grams of sodium? 2 moles. Number of equivalents in 46 grams of sodium is equal to weight of sodium in grams by gram equivalent weight of sodium. Instead of gram atomic weight, we write gram equivalent weight of sodium to get the number of gram equivalents. Weight of sodium is 46. Gram atomic weight is equivalent weight of sodium is also 23. So 46 by 23, that is equal to 2. In this case, number of moles is same as number of equivalents. Whereas in the case of hydrogen, number of moles is half of the number of equivalents. In the case of hydrogen, number of moles is half of the number of equivalents. Whereas in the case of sodium, number of moles is same as number of equivalents. We already discussed the relation between weights of substances which are participating in the chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, the reactants may not combine in the ratio, in the 1:1 ratio of their moles, but in any chemical reaction, the reactants combine always in 1:1 ratio of their equivalent number of equivalents. 1:1 ratio of their number of equivalents. Suppose X equivalents of A combines with B to give products. A combines with B to give products. The mole ratio may be different, but the equivalent weight ratio will be 1:1 only. If X equivalents of A is reacted, X equivalents of B will be reacted. So ratio will be X is to X. That should be 1:1. We discussed this also in the previous class, that the substances react in 1:1 ratio of their number of equivalents during a chemical reaction. Now let us see how do we find the equivalent weights. How do we find the equivalent weights? That is determination of equivalent weights. Equivalent weight of any substance can be obtained by the formula equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight or molecular weight or formula weight. Atomic weight, molecular weight or formula weight by n factor. By n factor. What is this n factor? The n factor is the number factor. This is different for different kinds of substances. This n factor is determined in different ways for different kinds of substances. For atomic weights, the n factor is the valence. For atomic substances, that is for elements, the n factor is nothing but valence. In the case of molecular substances, the n factor is considered in another way. Like molecular substances like acids and bases, the n factor is determined by using the acidity of the base or basicity of the acid. In the case of salts, formula weight by n factor, that is n factor is obtained by finding the total amount of either positive charge or negative charge present in the substance. In the case of redox reactions, n factor is found by dividing molecular weight or formula weight by n factor also, where n factor is found in a different way, that is number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained by number of electrons lost or number of electrons gained by one molecule of substance or one formula weight of substance. We discuss those things one by one now. Let us see for elements. For elements, n factor is equal to valence. For elements, n factor is equal to valence of the element. N factor is equal to valence of the element. So, in the case of elements, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valence of the element. Atomic weight by valence of the element gives the equivalent weight of substance. What is the n factor here? Valence of the element is the n factor here. In the case of elements, we take atomic weights. For example, sodium. Valence is 1. The valence of sodium is 1 only. The combining capacity of sodium is 1. Sodium combines with 1 atom of chlorine. The number of hydrogen atoms or the number of chlorine atoms are double the number of oxygen atoms with which 1 atom of an element can combine is said to be the valence. Sodium atom can combine only 1 hydrogen atom or only 1 chlorine atoms, or 2 sodium atoms can combine 1 oxygen atom, that is half atom of oxygen. So double the number of oxygens is double the half, that is 1. So valence of sodium in all its compounds is 1. So if we substitute this equivalent weight, you substitute this valence, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight. Equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by 1, that is equal to atomic weight. For sodium, equivalent weight and atomic weight are one and the same. For all monovalent elements, what are the monovalent elements? What are the monovalent elements? The elements which have the valence 1, like hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, the metals like sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, lithium, etc. These are all monovalent elements. For all these, the valence is 1, so equivalent weight is same as the atomic weight. The equivalent weight of sodium is same as atomic weight. Because of that, atomic weight, since atomic weight of sodium is 23, equivalent weight of sodium is also 23. In the case of divalent elements, like magnesium, calcium, barium, oxygen, sulfur, etc. The valences of the common valences of these elements are ones: zinc in cuprous compounds, cuprous hydroxide, like that. These are all the divalent elements in which equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by 2. Equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by 2. For example, atomic weight of magnesium's atomic weight is 24. So, equivalent weight of magnesium is 24 by 2, that is 12. Atomic weight of sodium is 23, but its equivalent weight is 23 only, as its valence is 1. Whereas atomic weight of magnesium is 24, as its valence is 2, its equivalent weight is 24 by 2, that is equal to 12. Okay? Here n factor is 2 for divalent elements. For trivalent elements like aluminium, the formula is same, atomic weight by the valence of element. For trivalent elements like aluminium, for aluminium, valence is, what is the valence of aluminium? 3. As there are 3 unpaired electrons in the aluminium atom in the valence shell, its valence is 3. So, valence of aluminium is 3. Because of that, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight of aluminium by 3. That is 27 by 3, that is 9. Equivalent weight of aluminium is 9, atomic weight by 3. Equivalent weight of carbon. In most of the carbon compounds, the valence of carbon is 4. So, in the carbon compounds, the equivalent weight will be 1/4 of the atomic weight. Atomic weight of carbon is 12. 1/4 of atomic weight is 1/4 of 12, that is 3. Equivalent weight of carbon is 3 in most of the carbon compounds. Okay? This is the way of finding the n factor and then finding the equivalent weight of elements. Okay? Next, let us go to some other kind of substances. Equivalent weight of acids. Equivalent weights of acids. For monobasic acids, What are monobasic acids? The acids like HCl, HBr, HI, hydroiodic acid, HNO3, CH3COOH. These are all monobasic acids. These acids have only one replaceable hydrogens. The molecules of those acids when dissolved in water give only one H plus ion. HCl when dissolved in water gives H plus ion plus Cl minus ion. HNO3 when dissolved in water gives H plus ion and NO3 minus ion. CH3COOH, though there are 4 hydrogens in the molecule, when dissolved in water, acetic acid gives 1 H plus ion only and acetate ion, CH3COO minus ion. How many hydrogens are released from one atom? Only one hydrogen is released. Such kind of acids are said to be the monobasic acids. For all these monobasic acids, N factor is 1. For all the monobasic acids, N factor is 1. So what would be the equivalent weight? The molecular weight by N factor, that is equal to molecular weight by 1. Okay, so equivalent weight will be equal to molecular weight. For all these monobasic acids, N factor is equal to 1, as there is only one replaceable hydrogen in this. Okay, so equivalent weight is equal to equivalent weight of monobasic acids is equal to, these are all molecular substances. So all these acids are molecular substances. So we write molecular weight by 1. That is equal to molecular weight. Equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight. For HCl, molecular weight is 36.5. Equivalent weight is also 36.5. Equivalent weight is also 36.5. For CH3COOH acetic acid, molecular weight is, what is the molecular weight of acetic acid? CH3COOH. 2 carbons 12 plus 4 hydrogens 4, 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 32, 48. CH3COOH is the formula of acetic acid. There are 2 carbons, 2 into 12, 24, not 12. 2 into 12, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. 28 plus 32, that is 60. Molecular weight is 60. Equivalent weight is also 60. As N factor is 1. HNO3. What is the molecular weight of HNO3? 1 plus 14, 15 plus 3 16s, 48. 48 plus 15, how much? 63. Molecular weight is equal to 63. 48 plus 16, 48 plus 15, that is 63. Equivalent weight is also 63. In the case of monobasic acids. In the case of dibasic acids, N factor is equal to 2. What are dibasic acids? Dibasic acids are the acids which have two replaceable hydrogens. Dibasic acids. The acids which have two replaceable hydrogens like H2SO4 sulfuric acid, H2SO3 sulfurous acid, H2CO3 carbonic acid, C2H2O4 like oxalic acid. C2H2O4 is oxalic acid which has two COOH groups. COOH. C2H2O4 oxalic acid. All these acids are examples of dibasic acids. When these acids are dissolved in water, they release 2 H plus ions from each molecule. Sulfuric acid releases 2 H plus ions and gives sulfate ion. H2SO3 when dissolved in water releases 2 H plus ions and sulfite ion. H2CO3 carbonic acid when dissolved in water gives 2 H plus ions and CO3 2 minus ion. Oxalic acid H2H2O4 that is COOH when dissolved in water gives 2 H plus ions. These two hydrogens will be given as H plus ions and C2O4 2 minus ion, oxalate ion. In this way, all these acids are able to release 2 H plus ions. Because of that, these acids are said to be the dibasic acids. For dibasic acids, N factor is equal to 2. What is the N factor of dibasic acids? 2. So, for dibasic acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 2. As the N factor is 2, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 2. For dibasic acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 2 as N factor is 2. For tribasic acids, like H3PO4, phosphoric acid or citric acid. Phosphoric acid and citric acid are examples of tribasic acid. Equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 3. For tetrabasic acids, like silicic acid, H4SiO4. Silicic acid, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 4. For silicic acid, tetrabasic acid, N factor is 4. For tribasic acid, N factor is 3. For dibasic acids, N factor is 2. So we can write that equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by basicity of the acid. For acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by basicity of acid. What is meant by basicity? The number of replaceable hydrogens. Basicity is the number of replaceable hydrogens present in one molecule of acid, present in one molecule of acid is said to be the basicity of the acid. Okay? For elements, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valence. For acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by basicity of the acid. In the same way, for bases, what are bases? The oxides and hydroxides of metals are bases. Oxides and hydroxides of metals are bases. You might have learned that bases turn moist red litmus to blue. That is the characteristic property of bases. The bases release OH minus ions when dissolved in water. They release OH minus ions when dissolved in water. The number of OH minus ions released by one molecule of a base is said to be its acidity. What is the acidity? Just like the basicity of an acid, acidity of a base is number of OH minus ions present in one molecule of base. For example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide, these are all having one OH group only. On dissolving in water, they decompose to give Na plus and OH minus ion, K plus and OH minus ion, and Rb plus and OH minus ion, like this. How many OH minus ions are produced? One only. So their acidity is 1. So n factor is equal to 1 for monoacidic bases like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and rubidium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, etc. In the case of the hydroxides like magnesium hydroxide, which contains 2 hydroxyl group, calcium hydroxide, which contains 2 hydroxyl group, barium hydroxide, which contains 2 hydroxyl group, all these release 2 OH groups when dissolved in water. They release 2 OH groups when they dissolved in water. So acidity of these bases is 2. So for these substances, n factor is equal to 2. In the case of the hydroxides like aluminum hydroxide, AlOH taken thrice, ferric hydroxide, FeOH taken thrice. How many hydroxyl groups are present? 3 hydroxyl groups are present. That is, the acidity of aluminum hydroxide and ferric hydroxide is 3. So for these triacidic bases, aluminum hydroxide and ferric hydroxide, the acidity is 3. So n factor is 3. For monohydroxy bases like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide, n factor is 1. For diacidic bases like magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, and barium hydroxide, the basicity is, as the acidity is 2, the n factor is 2. Like triacidic bases aluminum hydroxide and ferric hydroxide. The acidity is 3, so N factor is 3. Again, the formula is same, that is molecular weight by N factor. In the case of bases also, so in the case of bases, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by acidity of base. Acidity of base. What is meant by acidity of base? Number of hydroxyl ions present in one molecule of base is called acidity of base. In the case of acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by basicity of the acid, whereas in the case of bases, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight of base. For example, for sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, cesium hydroxide, etc., as the acidity is 1, equivalent weight is same as molecular weight. Whereas in the case of calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, barium hydroxide, etc., acidity of the base is 2, that is N factor is 2, so equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 2. Equivalent weight is half of the molecular weight. In the case of triacidic bases like aluminum hydroxide and ferric hydroxide, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by 3. In this way, for different substances, the equivalent weights are measured in different ways. For elements, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency. For acids, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by basicity of the acid. For bases, equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by acidity of the base. Here N factor is changing. In the case of elements, we are taking atomic weight. In the case of molecular substances like acids and bases, we are taking molecular weight, but N factor is changing depending upon the acidity of the base or basicity of the acid. Okay? Now let us go to salts. How do we find the equivalent weights of salts? Salts are ionic substances. They do not contain molecules. So, in the case of salts, we use formula weight instead of molecular weight. We use formula weight instead of molecular weight in the case of salts. What are salts? Salts are the substances when dissolved in water give a positive ion other than H plus ion and a negative ion other than OH minus ion are said to be a salt. A substance which when dissolved in water gives a positively charged ion other than H plus ion and a negatively charged ion other than OH minus ion is said to be a salt. For example, sodium chloride. When dissolved in water gives Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus, Ag plus and Cl minus, Ag plus. These ions are surrounded by water molecules, because of that we represent with Aq. This is a positively charged ion other than H plus ion. This is the negatively charged ion other than OH minus ion. So NaCl is a salt. NaHSO4, sodium bisulfate or sodium hydrogen sulfate. When dissolved in water gives Na plus ion, H plus ion and SO4 2 minus ion. The definition is applicable for this also. This is also giving a positive ion other than H plus ion along with H plus ion and a negative ion other than OH minus ion. So this is also said to be a salt, as it is giving a positive ion other than H plus ion and a negative ion other than OH minus ion. Okay? Salts are the substances which when dissolved in water gives at least a positive ion other than H plus ion and at least a negative ion other than OH minus ion. This kind of substances are said to be the salts. In the case of salts, ions are aggregated. There are no molecules. Actually, sodium chloride is formed by the aggregation of a large number of Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. Okay, what is the amount of positive charge present in sodium chloride? Formula unit of sodium chloride, 1 unit. The negative charge present in one formula unit of sodium chloride is also 1 unit. Though these substances are made up of positively and negatively charged particles, the substance as a whole is electrically neutral. That is, the amount of positive charge present in formula unit is same as the amount of negative charge present in the formula unit. Here in sodium chloride, the amount of positive charge present is 1 unit, amount of negative charge present is also 1 unit. Magnesium chloride, for example, magnesium chloride is made up of Mg2 plus ion and 2 Cl minus ions. Magnesium chloride is made up of Mg2 plus ion and 2 Cl minus ions. What is the amount of positive charge present in the magnesium chloride? One formula unit of magnesium chloride, 2 units of positive charge. How much of negative charge is present? 1 unit of negative charge is present in 1 atom of chlorine. There are 2 such kind of chloride ions. So total amount of negative charge present is also 2 units. Amount of positive charge is same as amount of negative charge present in one formula unit of the substance. That amount of positive charge or negative charge present in one formula unit of substance is said to be the N factor. What is the N factor here? N factor is the amount of positive charge or amount of negative charge. Both are one and the same. Both are equal in magnitude. Present in one formula unit of salt. The amount of positive charge or amount of negative charge present in one formula unit of salt is said to be the N factor. Now again the equivalent weight is same, that is formula weight by, here we take formula weight. Formula weight by N factor, that is N factor is amount of positive charge. You can write either positive charge or negative charge, as both are equal in magnitude. Amount of positive charge or amount of negative charge in one formula unit. Okay? So according to this, in the substances like sodium chloride, equivalent weight is equal to formula weight by 1, that is equal to formula weight. In the case of substances like magnesium chloride and calcium chloride, N factor is 2, so equivalent weight is equal to formula weight by 2, that is equal to equivalent weight is half of the formula weight. In the case of salts like aluminum chloride or ferric chloride or ferric sulfate, the equivalent weight is equal to formula weight by 3. So in this way, the equivalent weight of salt is calculated. Okay? So equivalent weights of substances can be found by the same formula, that is atomic weight or molecular weight or formula weight by N factor, but the N factors are calculated in different ways for elements, for other compounds like acids, bases and salts. Let us discuss how to find the N factor for oxidizing agents and reducing agents in the next class. Thank you.